gonna come to our city and decide you don't like black people. Man, you don't know a damn thing about black people.
Yeah, this was an unfortunate event. May 2022. Dude came from I think 100 miles away from Cornick, New York, and traveled all the way to Buffalo, New York. So maybe 100 to 200 miles away outside of his area. This is the area he comes from. Confederate flags all over the town. Yeah, I went there on Google Maps. International Paper's right down the street from where that Confederate flag is. However, it was a terrible, unfortunate event. And sometimes, just like when we hear about these people with these massacres, these mass shootings, we really don't have no idea where they come from. But if you go to the beginning of this video and look at a few of them pictures, I just was in that town for a couple minutes on Google Maps and seeing the whole town and where he came from.
You gonna come to our city and decide you don't like black people. Man, ain't that the shit. You gonna come to our city and decide you don't know a damn thing about black people. We're human. We like our kids to go to good schools. We love our kids. We never go in those neighborhoods and take people out.
There is no place for you or your ignorant, hateful, and evil ideologies in a civilized society. There can be no mercy for you, no understanding, no second chances. The damage you have caused is too great, and the people you have hurt are too valuable to this community. You will never see the light of day as a free man ever again. It is the judgment of this court for your conviction under the first count of the indictment, a domestic act of terrorism motivated by hate in the first degree, an A1 felony, that you be sentenced to life imprisonment without parole. Under the second count of the indictment, murder in the first degree, for the murder of Roberta Drury, a vibrant 32-year-old young woman, a daughter, a dedicated sister and friend. I am imposing a sentence of life imprisonment without parole. Under the third count, called Hayward Patterson, a son, father, and friend, known as a faithful, hardworking, generous, well-dressed man. I am imposing a sentence of life imprisonment without parole. Under the fourth count of the indictment, murder in the first degree, for the murder of 77-year-old Pearl Young, a daughter, mother, grandmother, and friend, known for being a loving, dedicated substitute teacher. I am imposing a sentence degree for the murder of 86-year-old Ruth Whitfield, a daughter, sister, wife, mother, and grandmother, a dedicated caretaker, an avid fisherwoman, and a valued member of her church community. I am imposing a sentence of life imprisonment without parole. A retired Buffalo police officer, heroic and selfless to the very end. I am imposing a sentence of life imprisonment without parole. Under the eighth count of the indictment, murder in the first degree, for the murder of 53-year-old Andre McNeil, the maximum determinate sentence of 15 years, followed by 5 years of post-release supervision. I direct this sentence to run consecutively to all other sentences imposed. I am assessing the mandatory surcharge of $300, the crime victim assistance fee of $25, and a DNA fee of $50. You have 30 days to appeal the sentence of this court. This concludes these proceedings, and the court will stand in recess.
Yeah, I go back and encourage everybody to watch this video in its entirety. I'm gonna put the link in the description below so you can watch it. But she gave him years upon years, consecutive time he has to serve. So, I mean, he's pretty much a wrap. She did everything but give him the death penalty. I don't know if he may be coming up for that in due time. However, he got time for each one of these victims. Won't ever see the light of day. However, it seems like they may be making a way out for him, because some of the charges went under juvenile and then some went under adult. Now, like the first charges that went under that she called out were all, I guess, were all the juvenile charges. Probably won't do as much time for them. The second set of charges she said out loud were adult charges, which were all like attempted murder, second-degree murder. There were no first-degree murders on adult charges. All the time she has given him, he has to do it consecutively and not concurrent, which people don't know there's a difference between doing consecutive time and doing concurrent time. I'm gonna put that in here so people can see what the difference is. Guys, let me know what you think about this. I know what I think about it. It was trash, it was garbage. People come from different areas and want to terrorize areas they have no knowledge about, know nothing about. Actually, the area he comes from is probably 1,000 times worse than the area these people he went to go inflict this harm on is from. They had come from a nice area, Buffalo, New York, real colorful people. He comes from a place that is real trashy like looking, real dim, real dull, not colorful, no colorful people, not a colorful town at all. That's probably what drove the dude crazy, not being around colorful people like this, man. Beautiful people of New York, Buffalo, New York, man. I could tell these real good people, man, just by looking at them, man. Especially some of these older cats. All of them were, man, I could tell were good people, man. But you know what? You know, his time's gonna come one day. You could see in his eyes and his whole demeanor when he was being sentenced that he was in a different place. He knows what's to come. Won't ever be with no females. He's gonna be somebody's bride, somebody's wench, somebody's girl in jail. This Cordick, this what happened. You bring this into your people, to this dude, and this is the end result. And you better hope and pray. You better hope and pray. You better hope and pray. That's all you can do. And that may not even get answered. I could tell by that town, by going through that town, that is a Ku Klux Klan, white supremacist town. It's like no doubt about that. There's no possible way I could just go on Google Maps that quick and find Confederate flags hanging from people's homes, and every home had a flag on there. Street poles, light poles had a flag on them. I mean, there was flags all over this town. I went down a couple different roads. I went down Cornick Road. I went down Milburn. I went down a few roads. I should have went down a couple more. Hey, one day I may decide to travel and see what Cornick looks like in person, man. Go visit, you know, because I would like to see sometimes where these people come from, man. You know, it's just interesting, man, that I know from what I know about life that things are put into people most of the time. I don't think people are born with hate in their heart. I believe people are born to love and not to hate. And this is like a prime example of someone that was taught to hate. That was put into that dude, man. He has no idea. They family probably, you know, hey, congratulations. Hey, man, we're going to take care of you. But really, that's not where he wants to be for a young dude that has a whole wide world wide world ahead of him. It's not in his hands no more because he messed that off, but he could have had it ahead of him, you know. Yeah, it's a terrible thing, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Subscribe, like, comment, follow, holla.